Champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here.
And here we go. The first Super Bowl of the 30s. Super Bowl 64 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. Now a give, right side. French. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's French. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Graham on the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down and 7. They'll try the left side. French. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Quiddy Pay in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Running right, Jones.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And some space here. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 54 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Second and 2. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw again. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Armadillos have moved out in front. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Evans. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Houston's offense taking over again. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Touchdown! It's complete. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Set for the 2nd quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Butker's kick here is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Jones. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Evans. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Red Dragons have come back to make it a 2-point game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So that drive, 4 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
We got this. 1st down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. On 2nd down, it's French. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 64 yards rushing for him now in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ballgame or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll go with Jones.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. French. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Back to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his quick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for our home team, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he'll rumble for about 5 and close to the 40. Second and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
A give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. After the penalty, it's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
Houston set to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and 9.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now out comes Houston. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Rice. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's long. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties the Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. Houston's offense taking over again. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. Stops short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Armadillos are able to add on to that lead. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up 3rd. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage.
And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston set to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A huge play there for Houston.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the other guy was going to catch it. Was sitting in the third row.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. French. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 2nd down, it's French. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Now that's mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Armadillos are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 65 seconds remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And they rattle off a big one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, French. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.